the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with this man.
Why the same pale, hard-headed wrench that Rosaline torments him, so that he will sure run mad?
Tybalt, the kingsman of old Capulet, hath then sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge of my life?
Romeo will answer.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
But he will answer the letter's master how he dressed, being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wrench, black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pen of his heart, cleft with the blind boy's butt shaft. And is he man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song. Keeps time, distance, and proportion. He resists his minimum rest. 1, 2, and the third of your bosom. They very butcher a silk butter. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house of the first and second cause. The immortal Passidu, the Puntu, reversely held.
The what?
The pox of such antic, lisping, affecting fancies. These new turners of accents. By Jisoo, a very good blade, very tall man, very good forward. Why is not this a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus affected with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pardons, who stand so much on the new form that they cannot sit at ease on the old bench of their bones.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Without his roe, like a dried herring. O flesh, how art thou fishy? Now is he for the number of parents flowed in. Lord to this lady was but a kitchen wrench, Mary. She had better love to be hearing her. Ditto a dowdy, Papari a gypsy, Halen and hero hidings, and hairless. Stive a gray eye or so, but not to the purpose. Singer Romeo, Bonjour, is a French salutation to your French slot. He gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sire, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may stain constant courtesy.
In other words, important business made you flex your buttocks.
Meaning to curtsy?
You've hit the target, sire.
A most courteous exposition.
Yes, I am the pink flower, the master of courtesy and manners.
Pink for flower.
Right.
The pink flower.
Sure would follow me. This just now till thou hast worn out thy punk, that when the single soul of its worn the just may remain, after the wearing solely singular.
A single soul jest, solely singular to the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Switch and spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Nay, if our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done, for thou hast more of the wild goose than one of thy wits then, I am sure. I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the gooses?
Thou hast never for me anything than what not there for the goose.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweeting. It is a most sharp sauce.
And is it not well served into a goose's spoon?
Oh, here's a wit of charitable that stretches from an inch narrow to an ell broad.
I stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose proves the far and wide and broad goose.
Why not this better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this driving love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his marvel in a hole.
Stop there, stop there.
Thou direst me to stop with my tail against thy hair?
Thou wouldst else have made thy tail large.
Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I was come to the whole death of my tail, and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer.
Enter nurse. Here's goody gear. A sail, a sail.
2, a shirt and a smock.
Peter?
My
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, to hide her face, for her fans the friar face.
Good ye, morrow, gentlemen.
Good ye attend, fair gentlewoman.
It is good in.
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the broady hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out upon you. What a man are you?
One gentlewoman that good hath made himself to marry.
By my troth, it is well said. For himself to mar, quoth he. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a board.
You say well.
Yea, is the worst well, very well took, I faith, wisely, wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
A bod, a bod, a bod. So ho,
What hast thou found?
no hair, sir, unless a hare, sir, and a litten pie. That is something stale and
I will follow you.
farewell, ancient lady, farewell, lady, lady, lady.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more than a minute than that he will stand to in a month.
And he speak anything against me, I'll take him down, and he will luster than he is, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I'll what she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first let me tell ye, if ye she lead her into fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentleman is young, and therefore, if you should deal a double with her, truly it were ill thing to be offered to any gentleman in very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and thy mistress. I present to thee.
Good heart and faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, Lord, she will be as joyful as a woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not talk to me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which as I take it as a gentleman's offer, gentlemanlike offer.
But did her devise some means to come to ship this afternoon, and there she shall at Fireborns of Cell be shot and married. Here is for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir. Well, she shall be there.
And say, good nurse, behind the abbey wall, when his hour my man shall be with thee, and bring to the cords of like a tackled stair, which to the high top gillen of my joy must be convey in the secret night. Farewell, my trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Now God heaven bless thee. Hark you, sir.
What sayest thou, my dear nurse?
In your man's secret, did you ne'er hear say, two may keep cunts putting one away?
Warn thee, my man's as true as steel.
Well, sir, my mistress is sweet, the sweetest lady, Lord, Lord, when 'twas a little parting thing. Oh, there is a nobleman in town, one pair, and would fain lay knife aboard, but she's good soul, had a leaf seeing toad, a very toad, as I see him. I anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is a proper man, but I warrant you, when I say she looks as pale as any cloud in the versal world, doth not Rosemary and Romeo begin with both with a letter?
Aye, what of that? Both end with an R.
Aye, Mocker, that the dog name R is for the know I know. It begins with some one other letter, and she hath the priestess sentence of it, of you and Rosemary, that it would do you good to hear.
Commend me to thy lady.